The Country Club of Virginia's James River course is the only home the Dominion Energy Charity Classic has ever known. But the sponsor and the club have decided that 10 years will be long enough for this partnership, and the event will need a new home in 2026. That gave Dennis Bickmeyer an idea.
We had to tell a story, and the story was, this Tour Champions event's been in our county coming up on year 9 now, and the economic impact of that event is really strong.
By strong, Bickmeyer means in excess of $30 million every year generated in Henrico by this event, not to mention the nearly $2 million that have been generated for local charities. Keeping all of that at home has required thinking outside the tee box. The only public full-length 18-hole course remaining in Henrico is the Crossings. Built back in the late 50s near what is now the intersection of Interstates 95 and 295, the course has seen better days.
Right now the 14th green sits right here, which is going to be a part of the new lake.
But the county has partnered with legendary course architects Lester George and Vinnie Giles, plus the folks who have overseen the resurgence of Independence Golf Club, to come up with a plan to turn the Crossings into a possible future home for the event.
We're working on the golf course and solving that piece of the puzzle for them. They're working on the sponsorship piece that would be able to keep the tournament here.
The layout of the golf course is fun to play. It has a lot of challenge, but at the same time it's very agreeable to most players.
Phil Owenby has worked at courses around Virginia since college and has been tabbed to oversee the redevelopment of the Crossings. Henrico paid $3 million for the property and will spend around $11 million more bringing it up to PGA standards.
So it's going to be all new grass for the tees, the fairways, the rough, and certainly for the greens.
The course needs to be lengthened as much as 800 yards total to accommodate professional and college tournaments. The group has gotten creative with how to do that. For instance, the 14th green will move back to where the 17th tee now sits, and the 17th tee will move back to where these trees currently stand. This small lake will become bigger, and several other points on the course will have new homes. On a scale of projects that you've seen done or you have done, how big or small is this? It sounds like it's Herculean, but how big of a project is this?
It's going to take some time, but I think that it's a big project. It's basically redoing the golf course.
But it's also part of what Henrico is calling their sports tourism corridor. The course sits right between the new Sports and Events Center and the proposed Green City Arena and could enhance a much bigger economic impact for the county. And there's an even bigger draw to bringing the Champions Tour here in 2026, with one particular player becoming eligible for the tour that year.
Tiger Woods turns 50 in 2026. I think it's December of 2025. So, we got Tiger Woods playing here.